Hey, it's enjoying their long weekend. Today we are talking about not forcing relationships. And I realized my title just came across wrong on Instagram, but that's okay. Don't force relationships. And I say this because if you are someone who has the habit of people pleasing or has had the habit of people pleasing or being the fixer or over giving, you probably find yourself forcing relationships a lot. And I'll tell you more about what I mean about that. My name is Anna Stewart. I'm a confidence coach. I coach women in the Heart Centered Women's Club, and I coach them how to have healthy relationships with themselves, stop worrying about what other people think, and live a life by design so that you can live your life for you, boo. And I'm currently accepting one-on-one clients in the Confidence Club currently. And that gives you a course room that teaches you ABCs of authenticity, as well as gives you some one-on-one mindset work. Hey, Carla. So, not forcing relationships. And when you are a recovering people pleaser, like this is something that you probably have done a lot in the past. I know I personally have. I what happens is that we operate in this scarcity mindset. We see what's in front of us, we see the relationships that we have, and then we start assuming that that's all we'll ever have. We start assuming that we can't imagine or believe that there could be someone who would love us just as we are, or people who, friendships, romantic relationships, people who would just love us and appreciate us and show up for us if we show the real us. We're scared that we won't be accepted if we're vulnerable and if we show who we really are and if we place all our cards on the table. And so, what we end up doing is we end up forcing relationships. We force our relationships because we're not honest about how we really feel and about what affects us and what hurts us. We're not honest about our feelings. We're not vulnerable. And we force relationships because we allow the other person to have their way and walk all over us and make all the decisions. And we kind of cater and try to find ourselves molding ourselves in to fit in with them. And that is forcing a relationship. That is essentially a relationship where you guys don't align. And you're so scared of what that's going to look like if you don't align. You're so scared of losing that relationship. So you decide, I'm going to make myself small. I'm going to mold. I'm going to be very quiet and just do whatever it is they want to do. And as a result, you end up losing yourself. You lose yourself because you're holding on to this relationship as if it's the only relationship you're ever going to have, whether it's a friendship, parents, family, spouse, significant other, whatever. You are operating in that scarcity mindset, and you are lacking faith and you're lacking belief. And you're lacking faith and belief in two things. One, that if you be yourself, you're going to lose them. And two, if you lose them, nothing better is going to come along. You're going to end up alone, and no one's going to love you, and no one's going to like you, and you are scared of that rejection, and you're scared of losing the people who you feel like you care about, because you have comfort in the challenges and the difficulty and you're terrified of the challenges and difficulty that you don't know, which is to put yourself out there and be vulnerable and have faith. And I want to tell you, as someone who has learned how to be myself in relationships and learned how to stop forcing relationships, that yes, your worst fear will sometimes come true. You will lose some people. But more importantly, you will find plenty of amazing people. There are 7 billion people on this planet. I promise you that no matter how weird or crazy or outlandish you think you are, there are people who will love you and feel the same way you do and think the same way you do. You're not completely isolated in that way of thinking that you're the only one who's ever going to like you and you can't be yourself. And to the first fear of losing people, I really want you to kind of reframe that way you're thinking. Instead of losing them, you're letting them go. And you're letting them go with the appreciation of what you had, because that'll never change. I'm sure there's some upsides, and that's why you continue to keep them around. But by letting them go, you're really acknowledging that you have been forcing this, and you have been um, not being honest and not being true and not holding up your end of the relationship, and really just kind of becoming this codependent mold that is not healthy. Truly, if we're honest, for either of you guys, codependency isn't healthy on either side of the relationship, of the dynamic. And so by letting them go, you are freeing up space in your life, but you're also freeing up space in their life, and you'll never lose what you had. It's not going to be as scary as you thought it would. And just think about, when you let go, how much you gain. To move from that scarcity mindset into that abundance mindset, think about everything that you are now opening yourself up for, and how free and amazing it's going to feel, and how freeing it will be for them too. Because the fact of the matter is you can continue to force it all you want. It'll never be true. It'll never be real. It'll never be an honest relationship, because if you're forcing it, it's not real. You're accepting like leftover crappy sewer water and trying to act like it's champagne. You can try to fool yourself all you want to, but you know deep down inside that you're not happy and that you're forcing it and that it's not working anyway. It's time to be honest with yourself, move from losing to letting go, and move from scarcity mindset to abundance mindset, and recognize that there's so much more for you. You have so many chapters left in your life. You have so many relationships left to be had. Think about all the things that you can do in that time when you stop forcing relationships and stop giving all that energy towards it. Okay, if you need assistance with that, that's what I do. I am a confidence coach. So I coach women on how to do just that, to choose themselves and make themselves a priority, and to build that confidence so that you can heal the relationship with yourself. And when you heal the relationship with yourself, you naturally heal your relationships with others, because you're showing up as your honest and vulnerable self. And so you're able to have better relationships and perform better in relationships, and have all the good stuff that you deserve. So that is all I have for y'all today. Um, Tomorrow's topic, we'll have to figure it out because I'm running out of topics. So if you have something you want me to talk about, drop it in the comments and I will look into it. All right, I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.